Me and the wife right here.
Hi.
We're going to read out a few Reddit posts, and they all have the theme of health, wellness, weight loss, fitness. Me and you are going to give our opinions, comments, concerns, personal experiences, something like that. On every single one of them. Here's the first one. I can't stay consistent. I'll never reach my goal.
I just can't stay consistent. Every Sunday I buy healthy groceries, meal prep, and follow a workout routine, but I always fail. I end up eating something unhealthy or skipping the gym. I can never stay consistent for 3 days straight, and I'm wasting money on groceries I don't eat. It's like I'm just stuck in this cycle, and it's impossible for me to break. It's like I'm cursed or something. I know it's all my control, but somehow it just feels outside of my control. I've been trying since January, yet I'm still failing. I'm at the point where I just want to give up. Do you guys have any tips or advice to help with self-discipline? It's just so hard for me.
Your thought?
My thought is, when you're buying groceries, are you only buying healthy stuff, or are you also buying the unhealthy stuff, and that's what you go to?
Or do you think they're like healthy food is salads? And I'm just going to eat salad and chicken the whole entire time, when you could modify your own foods that you really love, incorporate healthy habits into the meal that you already love yourself. Like us for spaghetti. What did we do?
We changed it to protein noodles instead of regular noodles, and we don't even like regular noodles anymore.
You're taking something that you really love, learning how to make it more healthier, so you don't have to be like, oh, all I'm doing is eating salads and chicken, and that's all I'm having.
Eating healthy can be fun, and it doesn't mean that you have to have the same thing every single day. And are you making too many changes too fast? Like, how did we make our changes?
We did 1 week after another week and just stacked up on habits over and over on top of each other. Habit stacking. What did you say? It can't do it more than 3 days straight. Like, just buckle up and like aim. Like, a lot of people are looking forward, I'm going to do this tomorrow. Instead of saying I'm going to start doing this tomorrow, think of what can I do now to make tomorrow easier.
Don't think like, I'm going to go to the gym every day of the year. Just say, I'm going to go to the gym today. Just worry about today.
Worry about the now, and then when tomorrow comes, be like, I'm going to go today once again. Mm-hmm. Oh, and for reference, I'm down 270 pounds and the wife is down 70. How to motivate yourself to lose weight. At the moment, I'm currently around 216 to 220. My goal weight is 189 by September. I started back at the end of January walking more, and I noticed I don't have an apron belly anymore, which I was happy about. Also, at 220 and with an apron belly. Also go to a dietitian and was told to add more protein, so I started drinking protein shakes and substitute random items for protein versions. But for the past couple of days, I feel myself losing motivation to keep losing weight. I stopped walking. Sometimes I'll go get a protein coffee, but staring in the mirror and seeing all the fat rolls makes me feel gross. I thought maybe since my wedding at the end of the year, that would be my motivation, but hearing my family members ask if I'd be able to fit into my dress hurts. Any advice would be helpful. Sorry for the long post. That's not even a long post.
Trying to stay motivated is hard, especially if you're looking in the mirror every single day. You're not going to see drastic changes day to day, and if you're weighing yourself every day, your weight is gonna fluctuate every day. And being a woman, your weight's gonna fluctuate even more depending on where you're at in your cycle. Depending on your cycle, your mood changes, and yeah, motivation can go downhill real fast.
Lately, I've been seeing this, if you have to ask people, how do you get motivated? You're not ready. How do you motivate yourself? It wouldn't be about motivation. It'd be like, I have to get up and do this, and you said in there, I want to fit in my dress. Why not make that your goal? And who cares what your family thinks? You're letting other people dictate on where you're going to go with your own life, with your own wedding. Oh, I'm not going to fit in it because my mom don't think so. And just push through that because it's your goal. You want to fit into your wedding dress.
Make small goals.
Small, articulate goals that you could reach. Like we said earlier, let's just say we're going to go today. The best way to stay consistent every single day is just focusing on today and not focused on tomorrow, because tomorrow you're going to start getting anxious. I'm not going to make it. What if something happens? What if I get sick? What if I wake up and I have a cold? What if I do this and I'm going to be hurt? And like, yeah, just focus on today.
Don't kill yourself trying to fit into a wedding dress that you're going to wear once. Make the dress fit you.
You had a nice dress.
I did have a nice dress.
And you got it on sale.
I did. Congratulations on your wedding, and...
We know it's going to go good.
Yes.
We're rooting for you.
Why is Dr. Now putting patients on extremely low K-Cal diets? It's my first time watching a full episode of his show, and he just told a 628-pound woman to eat only 1,200 K-Cals per day. Why so little? Is she so incredibly overweight that she could probably eat what a bodybuilder eats in a day and still lose weight very steadily because her body burns so much energy in a day just by existing? Doesn't such a low K-Cal trigger people with binge issues even more? I'm speaking from experience. Always have been in a normal weight range except for a very short period of time where I was a bit overweight, and every time I ate 1,200 K-Cals for just a while, my body and mind would pay me back so hard for that and make me binge. Also, with this little food, it's hard to get all the important nutrients without ending up with deficiencies. I get the sense of urgency in her situation, but this seems unattainable to me.
So the thing you have to remember about it is that it's reality TV show. It's for entertainment. So they're trying to get them down the lowest they can to like motivate, even though that's not the way. It's like The Biggest Loser. It's like what's his name? Extreme Makeover Weight Loss Edition. It's like, you know, they want to entertain you, and the entertainment is he's going to lose 100 pounds in like, was it 90 days or something like that? 150 pounds in 90 days. He can when he goes on that low calorie deficit, but it's all entertainment purposes. They put people through body crazy like stuff just for entertainment.
Like, you can't believe everything that you see on TV, and just because he's a doctor doesn't mean he's gonna do it the healthiest way for that person. Because, like, the average person should lose a half to a full pound a week.
Get realistic on how long it's going to take for you to actually lose weight. But also for the surgery, they're trying to get down to a certain weight for weight loss surgery, which when I was in, they're like, you need to be at a 40% body fat percentage because the equipment we have only goes so far. And when you have a bigger belly, like when I was getting the ultrasound, they're like, you're kind of too big for us to see everything because there's so much fat in a certain area. We couldn't get the ultrasound, or you can't fit in the CAT scan machine, or you can't, you know, there's so many things way back in the day which I could fit now because I lost 200 plus pounds. But it's just, there's certain procedures for certain machines and for certain, like, are you, like, one of the things that I was worried when I went under surgery was what's the
Anesthesia?
Yeah, for the anesthesia. You know, your body weight is so big that they don't want to overdose you, but they also don't want to put you too little because your body is so big that if we give you the X amount for a smaller person, you're not going to be under.
Yeah, it's a lot of a guessing game when you have a high BMI.
So a lot of it is entertainment. Some of it's like for medical purposes, and you also got to remember it's all entertainment. It's there for you to keep watching, watch the next episode, and I'm pretty sure I read an article where a lot of the people who did go on the show have gained a lot of the weight back. So it is not sustainable for the show. Same with The Biggest Loser. A lot of them have gained the weight back. Anything else?
Explain it to me like I'm 5.
Explain it to me like I'm 5. Sorry for this question has been asked too many times. I'm trying to lose weight. Not a terribly significant amount, but enough to feel myself again. I'm doing deficit combined with running, Pilates. My problem is staying consistent right now, but a lot of things have been happening in my life that's prevented me from getting into a solid routine. Is this what sustainable weight loss is? A deficit forever? It wouldn't be forever. Sorry, I'm already saying it. It wouldn't be forever just until you get to your certain weight that you want. I don't mind it, but I would like to be able to go about my day without tracking everything. I just don't know how it works once the weight is gone. Do you have sustained the deficit forever for maintenance? You don't sustain a deficit at maintenance. Sorry, I just my deficit is lower than the ones I've been before, about 1,500 calories a day, so it's getting just a little bit restrictive and gone through discorded and problems previously. Still do really, so I know restriction isn't the way forward. I guess I'm saying I'm ready to commit to long term instead of just trying to lose weight really fast, losing it, then being like, I'm good now, and putting it right back on. But how do I do it? If I stayed till the end of this post, thank you so much. Tildar explain sustainable weight loss to me like I'm 5.
Okay, so you've lost weight before, got to your weight that you wanted, and then did you go back to eating like you did before? That's the problem. Because once yes, you have to be in a deficit to lose weight, but once you get at that weight goal, then you need to stay at that was a deficit that is now your maintenance.
Not necessarily.
What do you mean?
Because when you lose weight, you're going to start, hiking. You're going to start getting out more. You're going to start being, going to the gym. And that means your activity level is really high. So guess what? Your maintenance level is going to be higher.
Oh, yeah, so you need to eat more calories.
So you have to figure out what your TDEE is on your new weight and your activity level. And then if your activity level drops to 0, figure out what it is at, stationary.
Your elemental P, what did you say?
TDEE, total daily energy expended. Means how much your body burns just by existing. So if a lot of people are like, I have to lose weight and this is what I have to do for the rest of my life. It's not. It's until you hit your goal and then you figure out what, like, one of the things she said was, do I have to be in a deficit my whole entire life, like forever? No. Like, deficit means lower than, like, you're not going to constantly lose weight. You don't want to be 0 pounds. That's what, I don't know, that's where my mind went.
Right, hashtag birth weight. No one's going to get there.
Also, another thing is, as you're learning about calorie deficit and learning what portion sizes are and learning what foods have certain calories and learning how much calories is in a protein, how much is in a, fat and how much is in carbs, then you could look at it and be like, oh, this meal is about 800 calories because what 800 or 400 calories looks like, and you don't even think about it now. You're like, okay, I know I'm not in a calorie surplus. I'm kind of maintaining just by looking at your food instead of weighing your food, instead of looking at the box, because over time you should be learning. You should be like figuring out exactly what's going on with the food you're eating. It's not going to be forever. Like a lot of the friends I'm with who are in like bodybuilding, they don't even think about like weighing it much anymore because they know exactly like this much, I know this is going to be enough chicken for me. They don't have to weigh it anymore.
They've weighed it so much that now they just know what it is by eyeballing it.
And that's how you get with your calories. You're just looking at it and you'd be like, I know I'm not going to be over my calories. I'm sustaining myself.
My friend is morbidly obese. Like, it's getting to the point where she can barely get up the stairs and things, and I'm really worried about and want to help her, but I don't want to be an asshole. And if I bring it up to her, any tips on how to help her or how I can speak to her?
Speak to her like a normal person. Like, you say you're a friend, bring it up. But also another thing is, you can't force someone to get healthy. They have to come to it themselves. They have to come to that conclusion themselves. Like, what's that saying? You can bring a horse to the water, but you can't force them to drink. Mm-hmm. Express their concerns, and if you are truly like friends, they'd understand. They won't like snap back at you, like type of thing. I don't know. I know I wouldn't.
It's a tough one because nobody wants to talk about their weight, and if she's morbidly obese, like you say, then I mean, she probably already knows that she is. Go on a diet with her. Do things with her.
Be active with her. Like, find an activity you guys can do together. Like, even sitting down here, it's like, I was bedbound, so some of my first workouts were just, shadow boxing, literally right here. I'm pretty sure it is right here. Mm-hmm.
Not every workout has to be weight bearing, and it doesn't have to have weights either. A soup can be a weight.
Bouncing a balloon back and forth because it's you're getting motion, and it's just any kind of motion, any kind of movement, just having fun with it, trying to find an activity that's fun that will get a workout. Because what did we do when we were kids? We played tag. Did you think that was a workout?
No, that was just fun.
But everyone was right?
Everybody was running around. Yeah.
Like, find activities that are fun that you don't even see as workouts, that you don't even see as, I'm actually like burning calories here. You're not even thinking about it. You're just having fun. And if it is boxing, if it is like bouncing a balloon back and forth, if it is like doing yoga together, and I don't know, whatever. I don't know you guys, so I couldn't really tell. But find an activity that you guys like together.
And I don't know what kind of person, like I don't know you. I don't know if she needs the tough love type or if she needs the shame. I don't know. It's touchy. It is.
I'll lead on TikTok. I rarely ever use TikTok. I made a dance video 2 years ago and posted it. Only a handful of people saw it. Well, I don't know what happened, but now it has 150,000 views and some really mean, nasty comments. I really thought I was immune to what anyone could say at this point, but I admit it really hurt my feelings this time. The video is now down, but I'll never forget those comments.
Strangers can be mean, especially when they have the internet to hide behind, and they will pull out things that you didn't even know were wrong with you, or that they think is wrong with you, and I can tell you right now that nothing is wrong with you.
And coming from me, I got 600,000 plus followers on TikTok. I had videos go viral, 10 million hits, like 5 million, whatever. It doesn't matter. But I got a lot of mean comments. I don't know. For me, I see it as just comments. That's because I make content and they're interacting. And guess what? When they comment, they're going to see the rest of my content because the algorithm just knows comment. I don't know. But no one is immune to the negative comments. I watched a podcast with Mr. Beast, and he says the comments get to me. I've seen podcasts with Casey Neistat. He even said the comments get to me. I've seen videos with so many other people, and they say the comments get to me. So even the biggest YouTubers, the biggest content creators, the biggest people out there, the comments get to them. So don't feel bad about that. We're all human. You see constantly, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat, over and over and over again. You're like, oh my God, people hate me. I am fat, I don't know, like in 5 years, are you going to still remember this? Are you going to just let it fester inside you, or just let it go and just feel a relief that you let this strangers with no face take that much control over you and have that much control and that much, like, I don't want to post on it. I have to delete my video. I have to, I don't know. That's weird to me because I just don't let the comments get to me anymore. They say, Beyonce is ugly. They say, I don't know who's the hottest females out there. I don't know. But every single model out there, there's always someone saying, oh no, she should not be there. Every single artist was told, you're not very good at music. Michael Jordan got cut from basketball, Oprah was fired from talk show. Like, look what happened to them. Like, will they fester on it and let it, like, bring them down and never try it again type of thing? No. Look at what they became.
You gonna let it hold you down, or are you gonna let it build you up?
And then with that, we're gonna end this video. I don't know, let us know what you guys thought. Any comments on any of the stories going on out there. I love you guys. Appreciate you. You're all amazing.